The Cold War ended 3 decades ago, but one unresolved issue: how closely Ukraine, a former Soviet republic, can ally with the West, is now creating some of the most profound US-Russian tensions in years. Ukraine and the West are tense that a military buildup by Russian troops near the border could indicate plans by Moscow to invade its former Soviet neighbor. Ukraine claims that Russia has assembled around 1 lakh soldiers at the border, with reports indicating that a Russian invasion of Ukraine is possible as early as next month. Insisting that Russia has no such intention, the Kremlin has accused Ukraine and its Western allies of making such claims to cover their own allegedly confrontational designs. While it remains unclear if Russian troops building along Ukraine border heralds an imminent attack, we look at the current tensions, the roots of the Russia-Ukraine standoff, and the United States' role.
So first we have to understand what really is happening. What is happening is that lately Russia has deployed a huge number of troops along its border with Ukraine, which is the eastern side of Ukraine, and that region is called the Donbas region. And let's understand that the Donbas region has about 38-39% ethnic Russians, which make up the biggest minority, and Russia has been fanning separatism in those regions for decades now. Okay, and why is the West worried? Why is Ukraine worried? Why is EU worried? Is because in 2014 we saw Russia annexing Crimea, okay, unilaterally, almost unilaterally, regardless of all the sanctions that were put in place by the West, UN, etc., okay, and EU. So because of that, there is a fear in the Western side of the world, and especially US and NATO and EU, that Russia could again intervene and invade Ukraine and change the status quo. And if that happens, that is going to be taken very seriously. Now let's understand that Russia has been deploying not just several types of techniques, several types of strategies to isolate Ukraine, okay, and that needs to be really kept into mind. So what is Russia doing is that Russia is deploying different type of tactics to strategically isolate Ukraine as well as economically isolate Ukraine. Now strategically what they're doing is that they are trying to fan separatism in those particular border areas of Ukraine where there are Russian populations, in a similar vein that happened in Crimea in 2014. And not just that, economically what they're doing is that economically they are trying to isolate Ukraine by what you may have heard, and it has been in news, by politicizing a very economic project which is called the Nord Stream 2, which is basically a gas pipeline. Now what is so important about the pipeline is that Nord Stream 2 is a very expensive pipeline. It is a new pipeline which has come into place, which will begin from Russia and come directly to Germany, bypassing other states. Now why did I use the word bypassing was because there already exists a kind of a network of different gas pipelines which are coming from Russia and bringing gas into Europe. Till now what was happening was that these pipelines were passing from Ukraine and Poland and those countries, and they pay a certain transit fee. Okay, now for Ukraine, this transit fee had been extremely important for the economy. You'll be surprised, but it is about 3% of their GDP. Now, what Russia wants to do is that Russia wants to bypass Ukraine and go directly into Germany. Okay, now Ukraine alleges that this is a tactic which Russia does intentionally to economically isolate, weaken Ukraine. Okay, so now you see what kind of a double whammy is Ukraine under from the Russian end. It is getting strategically isolated, by the fanning of separatism, troop deployment, etc. Two, it is getting economically isolated. Okay, and if you go read the Ukrainian think tanks and their reports, this is a Russian strategy of isolating Ukraine, weakening Ukraine, that has been around for decades. And at the heart of the strategy is that Russia wants to annex the part of Donbas, which is the eastern side of Ukraine, where, like I said, which is the biggest majority, but the biggest minority is about 38-39% ethnic Russians. Okay, now understand that in the hands of the West, okay, right now this Nord Stream 2, which is a new pipeline, is the biggest weapon against Russia, because understand that it is a very expensive project, and while Ukraine and other people who were against, against the Nord Stream 2 kept arguing that instead of creating a new one, why don't you repair the old existing ones? But Russia didn't want to repair the old existing ones at a cheaper price because they wanted to isolate Ukraine and bypass them. So because of all these things, what is happening is that the Nord Stream 2, the work is completed, the line is totally ready, but gas is not flowing because Germany, the German gas regulator, has put up some restrictions on it. They have put up temporary stoppages, and until those things are cleared from the German end, the gas will not flow. And this is just happening superficially. What is really happening deep down is that the West is also trying to send a very strong message across to Russia that if they mess with Ukraine, if they invade, if they do anything unilaterally to disturb the status quo, Russia is going to be slapped up with major economic sanctions on the one hand, and on the other hand, this major Russian venture, which is headed, the 50% shares are actually held by a Russian company called Gazprom, and the other 50% is divided, among some European companies. So this Gazprom is going to get economically sanctioned because, they are going to lose out on the profits that the Nord Stream 2 was supposed to make. So this is what the West is trying to do. The West, and also understand that just close to Ukraine are the states Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia, that are actually where the NATO, those are the NATO front line, okay, against Russia. So please also understand that Russia is also understanding how sensitive these regions are, because the more Russia sort of, fans separatism and does all the hybrid warfare and isolates, strategically and economically, the more Ukraine is falling in the lap of US, which Russia does not want. Because the more Russia sort of, fans separatism and does all the hybrid warfare and isolates, strategically and economically, the more Ukraine is falling in the lap of US, which Russia does not want. Okay, so if you ask me, they do not want, they are not going to invade Ukraine in any, say, near future. But as to what really is the solution of this problem, we don't really have a clear-cut solution of the problem. It has really become a low-grade conflict zone out there, and about which not just Ukraine, but West, EU, and all these actors are very apprehensive. Okay, so this is what my take is.